So 5 laps in, 7 laps to go. Next time, Bob will be halfway. Michael Varnes, your race leader. Eddie McLean there in second as he's battling with Scott Lindell for the number 2 position. Halfway that time by, 6 laps in, 6 laps to go. Michael Varnes, your race leader. Eddie McLean now in second. Scott Lindell third. Nick Large in the number 7. He's about to go lap down off of turn number 4. He's sitting in 4th with Rick Brick sitting in 5th in the number 57. Checker flag. Stop. Give a hand to your winner, Michael Varnes. Well, congratulations, Michael. You were 3rd fastest today, so put you on the pole after everybody took scratch in that. But Scott Lindell and McLean actually put on a good battle. This class would be pretty good if there was a little bit more, like if Barney Gerber was here and, you know, having all 4 of you guys putting on some good side-by-side racing like you guys have done so far this year. Who all would you like to thank on this 95?
I got to thank my family and everybody else that's helped me on this. Brittany Varnes Photography, John Boy Tire. You know, if it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be out here having all this fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Give a hand to your winner, Michael Varnes. Starting on the front row with the 22 of Kylie Wood, the 75 of Bob Passwater Sr., 28 of Frank Boyce, A. Pringle, 88 of Dennis Wood, 74 Bob Passwaters Jr., and the 54 of Chase Berkey. $20-lap feature for the Bucky Mowing Street Stocks. Scott Richardson, Kylie Wood, setting the front row for the 20-lap feature, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Kylie Wood trying to close the door in turn number 3 and 4, does so, and caution is out in turn number 4. Tim for donating all the money back to the association. So we're going to go back to racing here. 0 laps in 20-lap feature for the Bucky Mowing Street Stock. Scott Richardson, Kylie Wood on the front row looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Three wide for the number 3 position. Boyce up high. Passwaters closing the door on the 67 of Ripley going into 3. Wood, Kylie Wood getting a little sideways off of 4. Ripley looking to the inside. Boyce to the closing the door on the 118 of Locker. Richardson for the number 3 position. Here comes Passwater Sr. looking to the outside for second. Dennis Wood sideways a little bit off of 4. He's looking to the outside of Boyce. Battle for the race lead. Here comes Passwater Sr. looking to the outside of the 22 of Kylie Wood. Ripley right there in 3rd. Boyce into the back bumper, the 95 of Richardson. Going into turn 3. Boyce sideways off of 4. Good battle up front. Boyce up the track. Blocks the door for Locker. 3 wide for the race lead. Ripley, Wood, and Passwater Sr. Wood and Ripley make contact into 3. It's going to move Passwater Sr. to the race lead. Here comes Dennis Wood looking to the inside and outside of the 67 of Ripley for the number 3 position. Ripley again trying to look to the outside of Kylie Wood as Ripley between the 2 Woods. Ripley to the outside of Kylie Wood for the number 2 spot as Dennis Wood sits there in 4th. Frank Boyce and Locker rounding out the top 5 and 6 as here comes Locker to the inside of Boyce for the number 5 position. Kylie Wood opening in the bottom for Dennis Wood. Boyce up the track. Locker sideways off of 4. Boyce and Locker battling there for the number 5 position is Passwater Sr. out front with Ripley. Dennis Wood, Kylie Wood, Locker, your top 5. Ripley and Dennis Wood closing in on Passwater Senior as they come up against lap traffic problems on the 95 of Richardson, and caution is out. Of Bob Passwater Sr., the number 67 of Lucas Ripley, 88 of Dennis Wood, 18 Colt Locker, 28 Frank Boyce, 74 Bob Passwaters Jr., 54 Chase Berkey. 8 laps to go. Passwaters, Ripley looking for the green flag, and the green flag is out. Five laps to go for Ripley as Passwater Sr. right there with Dennis Wood and Colt Locker in third and fourth. White flag, 1 lap to go for Ripley. As Passwaters in second, Dennis Wood and Colt Locker battle there for third. Alpha to number 4, double checker flag, winner the 67. Lucas Ripley, second to Bob Passwaters Jr., third to Dennis Wood, fourth to Colt Locker, fifth to Frank Boyce, sixth to Kylie Wood, seventh to Bob Passwaters Jr., and eighth to Chase Berkey. Give a hand to your winner, Lucas Ripley. Well, congratulations, Lucas, on picking up another feature win in the street stock. Hopefully you can double down here in a couple races. How does it actually feel to actually run the modified also last instead of before this?
Oh, it don't much matter, Earl. I mean, you get in it and you drive it and do what you can do.
So this one was actually a pretty good show tonight. Actually, you guys put on a really good race from start to finish. You had a couple cautions there, but it was a really good race. Probably by far one of the top races. But if that caution didn't come out, do you think you would have had anything to get around pass waters?
I don't know. I mean, the caution definitely helped, but I mean, I was catching him. Getting by him's another thing. I mean, getting up beside him and getting past him is one thing. Starting beside him's another. It'd have been hard.
Who would you like to thank on the 67?
Johnny Tannerelli let me drive it. Heron Heating and Cooling, the Outlaws, the crew, Rusty, Bobby. I say it every time I'm down here. There's a lot of people who work on these things.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Give a hand to your winner, Lucas Ripley. Starting on the front row will be the number 15 of Derek Robinson. To the outside, the 53, Curtis Finlayson. 6R of Ryan Alm. The 9 of Gavin Roop. The 0, Bart Busby. 38 of Brandon France. 443 of Eddie McLean. 78P tonight of Kyle Lawson. 44, Mike Stuber. 41 of Zach Koger. 15 of Kyle Finlayson. 175 of Justin Renneker. The 24, Brent Schreffler. The 22, Kyle Rector. 23, Carl Phillips. The 8 of Jeffrey Orr, the 69 of Dan Bucky, the 43 of Tyson Rose, and the 13 of Larry Pastor. So 20-lap feature for the Finlayson Towing Complex has Derek Robinson, Curtis Finlayson, going to look for the green flag. Flag is out and we're underway for 20 laps. Good battle up front as they're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. As Curtis Finlayson moves up to the race lead, here comes Gavin Rope there to the outside. Ryan Ohm's going to follow him. Bart Busby, he's in battle with the 38 of Brandon France there for the number 5 position. Eddie McLean behind them. There's Lawson. Then you got Stuber and Koger. They are battling outside the top 10. Three wide. Oh, problems for 38. He's hard into the wall. Gavin Roop to the outside. Derek Robinson in row 2 with Ryan Alm. Then you got Bart Busby and Eddie McLean. No, Connor McLean in the 443. Got Kyle Lawson, Mike Stuber, Zach Koger, Kyle Finlayson rounding out your top 10. Then you have Justin Reniker, Kyle Rector, Brent Schreffler, Carl Phillips, Jeffrey Orr, Dan Bucky rounding out the rest of the pack. Three and 17 laps to go. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Good start by the duo up front. Good battle up front. Good battle from the rest of the pack. Gavin Roop trying to stay there on the outside lane. Derek Robinson battling there. Good for the number 3 position. Bart Busby looking to the inside of Ryan Holm. Problems for Kyle Lawson going into turn number 3. He drifted up a little bit there in turn number 4. Wide down the front straightaway with McLean, Stuber, Koger, and Justin Reniker. Now they're 3 wide off at 2. Three wide now for the 4th position with Lawson, Ryan Alm, and Bart Busby. Alm was stuck in the middle. He's going to have Justin Reniker, and now he's going to have Zach Koger to the outside. 3 wide now again, going into turn 1 and 2. To get out of the way for the lap down car of the 13 going a lap down. It's going to close. Oh, problems down the back straightaway. Caution coming out as the 15 comes back up. He's going to clip the 6R of Ryan Alm. .11 laps in, 9 laps to go for the Finlayson Towing Compacts. Got Gavin Roop to the inside, Curtis Finlayson to the outside. Last time the duo started up front, it was a good start right at the stripe. They started. Let's see if they could do it again. They're going to look for the green flag. Green flag is out and we're underway. Good battle up front, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. As Rook getting a little sideways, opening up the inside lane, almost 3 wide there for the number 2 position. As Lawson tried to squeeze his nose in, it does so. 53 of Finlayson up the track on the front straightaway. Good battle up front with Gavin Roop, your race leader, with Bart Busby there in the number 2 spot. Rector, contact on the front straightaway. Between the 22 of Renneker, he's going to go hard into the wall on turn number 1. And Jeffrey Orr is 10th.